Hey everybody, Radical Russ here. We're at the corner of Southwest 13 and Alder here in downtown Portland. And up over my shoulder there, you can see the new billboard that's sponsored by Marijuana Policy Project, the Beer, Wine, and Safer. And waiting for the press conference here, we have Kaufmann, who is the Oregon liaison, or...
That's right,
is that the representative? Okay, right.
Liaison sounds very fancy.
For the campaign. So, how long will we have this up here? This is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's great. So the board went up late Tuesday night, the 26th, I believe, and it'll be up through almost the end of April.
Oh.
And really, if you look at the top of the board, it says April is Alcohol Awareness Month, and that the intention is to capture the pride that we feel and the comfort that most adults in Oregon feel with our state's beer and our state's wine and liquor, and just remind them that even though you're comfortable consuming it, and even though we celebrate it at festivals, the reality is it's significantly more dangerous as a substance than marijuana. And if we're going to be encouraging people to consume alcohol, we want them to at least take a moment and think about the relative harms of these different substances.
Do you worry any of backlash from the craft beer or craft wine industry, that they might say, oh, you're trying to say that we're bad?
You know, that's a concern I've heard a lot, and one of the reasons why we're not as concerned about that is we looked at how this education campaign took shape in Colorado ahead of the successful Amendment 64 campaign there last year. And Colorado is home to Coors, and it's home to, a lot of great craft breweries and a lot of great craft distilleries as well. So there wasn't pushback there in Colorado. We believe that Oregonians are going to embrace this message. And one of the things that I find really heartening is in a story that one of the broadcast stations did yesterday, they interviewed one of the organizers of the Spring Beer and Wine Fest that's taking place this weekend. And he said, well, I can't wait for marijuana to be legalized so it can be the Spring Beer, Wine, and Weed Festival.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay, that's a very heartening answer to hear, and it shows that people who want to consume substances responsibly want to encourage others to be able to do so as well, and that's really what this campaign is about.
Wow, the land of food carts and voodoo donuts could soon be Beer, Wine, and Weed Festival. That would be amazing. So this billboard, we got one here in April in downtown Portland. Are there plans to have more billboards in more cities throughout Oregon?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is, with the town hall that we had in January with Congressman Blumenauer, now doing this billboard through the month of April. We're also going to be doing similar kinds of outreach and education activities throughout the state for the rest of this year and throughout next year as well. Looking at small towns, looking at university campuses, looking at other big cities, and just engaging people in a provocative manner, but saying, look, if you're okay with people making responsible choices about consuming alcohol, then let's be okay with people consuming marijuana responsibly as well.
I would assume then this educational campaign is leading up to a initiative,
It is. We really want to be able to reach out and have this kind of a conversation. We're looking at 2016 for a ballot initiative. There's plenty that could happen between now and 2016, but that's the goal, is to really have these kinds of dialogues for the next couple of years, remove some of the fear and some of the stigma that's been attached to this issue, and just have a conversation on the facts.
Kaufmann with MPP here in Oregon. Before we let you go, I see all the media starting to show up. You're going to be really busy here in a second. So tell folks if they want to help out, if there's any way they can get in contact with you or the campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. The best thing to do is to go to MPP's website. That's mpp.org, mpp.org. There's an Oregon page there. We're going to be updating it with more information, with updates of upcoming events, and then also debriefs and blog posts of events like today. So go there. If you're not signed up for their mail list,
we're live, folks.
sign up for their list at mpp.org, and you'll get updates, and we'll ask you to help us as well. We'll push out action alerts around specific legislation. We're going to ask you to talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents, be a part of this effort.
All right. Thank you, Roy, so much.
Thank you, Russ.
Billboard.
Thanks for coming.